Hey, what's up guys? Romel here from Mini Arms Depot and welcome back. So today wanted to do a little bit of a show and tell, and for those of you who have been following us for some time, you may already be familiar with this set. This is basically our COBRA Mission Control Command Center set, and it is the opposite of the gray and blue version that we already have out there, both on Etsy, eBay, and our web store as well. And by the way, those are selling out fast, so we have a very limited stock. And if you are interested in picking one up, make sure you guys grab one now before we do sell out of stock, because if we do sell out, it's probably going to be about another 2 weeks or so before we can restock the set. But anyhow, this is basically the black and red version for COBRA. And as you can see there, it comes with a different panel, the one on the left side, one on the center, and then it also has a missile schematics, very similar to the one for the G.I. Joes, which is our gray and blue version, but a little bit more darker on this one just because it's COBRA, and we want to make sure that he's going to try to dominate the world, as you can see there with COBRA Commander, and it just plays really well. Now, we used to sell the tables, the keyboards, and the chairs separately, and you guys still can't get those by themselves. And as you can see there, it comes with a sticker. The table, the chair is going to be black and red as well, and then the keyboards right over there, and it comes with two. And we're actually going to go over the assembly instructions here in a minute, and we've been getting a lot of questions about that, not just on this set from the past, but the G.I. Joe version as well. So we'll go and do a little bit of assembly instructions here in a minute. But basically, this is our newest set that just came out yesterday, as a matter of fact. A lot of the questions that came out last year when we had this is how tall is the panels on the back there exactly. So all of them are about 12 inches tall. The side panel, the center panel, the other side panels there. And as you guys will see here in a minute, they're actually going to be sitting in a slot stand, what we call here, to kind of simplify your overall assembly when you guys do get it in the mail. So the side panels are about 5 inches wide and again about 12 inches tall. And then the center panel is 12 inches high and then about 8 inches wide. And then the tables are about 5.5 to 6 inches in width, or I'm sorry, in length, and then about 2.5 inches wide, and then about 3 to 3.5 inches high. So let's go ahead and do the assembly instructions. I'm going to show you guys how to assemble this thing. That way you guys will know what to expect when you guys get him in the mail, and you guys can put him together. So without further ado, let's get right down to it. Okay, so first things first, let's go over the pieces. When you guys get it in the mail, you guys should expect the following pieces in the box. So first and foremost, you should have 3 separate panels. So you have one big one, which is going to be your main center panel, and you should have 2 thinner or slightly thinner side panels that will go on your sides. Now, by the way, these will come already assembled, and these come with 2 pieces. There's going to be a back side and then also the front side, which is going to be your frame. Okay, the sticker or the decal should already be pressed against the back panel here, and then the frame should already be on there as well. Now, we only use, as a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys can see that here, blue tack, and the reason for that is because we don't want to glue or super glue the frame onto the decal anymore. We used to do that last year, but we stopped doing that this year when we relaunched both the G.I. Joe control panel and the COBRA Mission Control. simply because we found out sometimes the super glue would bleed out and would eventually get onto the decal on the front side over here. And we just completely stopped doing that, and we avoided that altogether. And I think it looks much cleaner and does its job quite well. And it's also good when you use blue tack because it's not permanent. So if you ever want to have your own decal sticker for these guys, simply take the frame off. And I'm not really going to do it, but you guys can simply pry this open, and you guys can see that it's already starting to crack open there. But again, I'm not really going to do it. You guys can go ahead and just pry that open, peel the sticker off, and these are high quality premium vinyl sticker decals that we use. Yes, we do get them in bulk. So kind of keep the cost low. Now, alongside with the panels, you guys should also be expecting the slotted stand base. So you guys should get one long one, two of the shorter ones for the side panels. Okay, there's one and there's two. Now, alongside your slot stands for the main control panels here, the panel screens, you guys should also be expecting your end caps. And there should be, again, a long one for your center panel, which is this guy right here. And you guys should also get two shorter end caps for the side panels over here. Now, your end caps is just for aesthetic purposes. So when this guy goes in here, and I'm going to show this, demonstrate it here in more detail. But basically, when you stand your control panel screen and put it into the stand, it gives your panels a much cleaner look on the top as opposed to just the bare frame. So we give you guys a complimentary end cap to make the look feel more complete, I guess you can say. And then of course your long one will be going on top of your center panel screen, right on the top. And it helps sometimes when we put the stickers or the decals, you guys can see there at the top, sometimes it's just not 100% perfect, and then the paper kind of sticks out, and the end cap will basically hide that and just gives it an overall cleaner look, in my opinion. Okay, the other thing that you guys should also be expecting is the table for the control panel set. Now, on eBay and Etsy platform, because they allow it, you will get the choice of how many tables and chairs and keyboard sets that you want to come with your control panel set. You'll get the choice of 1, 2, or 3. Okay, and right now we're running a sale, 20% off store-wide on eBay and Etsy. So if you want to order the set and get one table with a chair and keyboards, it's about $72 with free shipping. Can't really beat that price. And again, very, very limited stock. So make sure you guys head on over there if you want a copy, and make sure you grab one before we go out of stock. So the way we are going to assemble this guy, it's going to come in a package, and it's basically going to come in pieces. So you're going to get the tabletop, which is this guy right here. And then you're going to get 2 legs, which is this guy over here. And then you're going to get a top portion of the chair. You're going to get the stands for the chair. And then you're going to get a chair post, okay, which is this little tube right here. So the way we're going to put this together is very simple. All we do is we're going to flip the table upside down. We are going to grab one of the legs, and we're going to make sure the red portion of the legs over here is going to be pointing outwards. We're going to align the pegs into the holes at the bottom of the table, and it's just going to go in like so. There you go. And again, you want, if you're looking at it like this, you want to make sure the reds are obviously facing outside. We're going to do the same for the other side. and they just snap right in. You don't need any glue. You don't need any kind of blue tack for this. We designed it so that they are a perfect snug fit, and the moment you push them in, they should not go anywhere. Obviously, don't put anything heavy on there and don't be so rough with it, but basically it'll just stand on its own and they're ready to go. And these guys should not fall out. They're pretty much friction fitted, I think is the word for it. So the stickers, on the other hand, I already have it on here, but it will come as a separate piece in a little bag. And basically, if you want, again, we're using blue tack over here, if you guys can see that. And we just put a little bit of blue tack on there, but this is basically a sticker. And if you want to semi-permanently put it on there on the screen, you basically just peel the back, and then it's a sticker. It's just going to go right on there smoothly, and then it will have a sticky back on there, and then you just press it down. You can leave it that way if you wanted to, but for us, just because we don't want the sticker to potentially put a little bit of sticker dirt or some sticky stuff on the back there, we decided to go ahead and just use blue tack just for this demonstration. And then it will come with a frame for the table. So the way we put this on is, if you look at it very closely, there are two sides. So one is a smoother side and kind of like a matte finish. And then there's the opposite side, which is a much shinier finish with a little more rough texture on there. That is the back side of the frame. So we want the rough and shiny surface to be facing down right on the sticker here. And again, we're using blue tack to install this guy and place it right on our sticker. Some people use super glue. That's fine too. Just be very careful with it, because again, it may bleed out and then it'll start damaging the side of your decals over here. So the frame kind of just gives it a much cleaner finish, much cleaner look, and makes it look more sci-fi-ish. And then you should also expect the two black and red keyboards that will go right on there, just like so. You guys can move these guys around as much as you guys want to. They're not embedded on the table. We had a few questions about that not too long ago. No, they're not embedded or 3D printed on the table itself. They are separate, and so you guys can place them on the table however you wish. I've heard of some people put some blue tack on here to kind of keep them steady. That's cool too, if that's what you guys want to do. You guys are more than welcome to do that. All right, time to move on to building the chair, and pretty much self-explanatory here, very simple to do. Basically, you put one end of the tube right into the chair stand, just like that. And if you want it to be a little bit shorter, you can push it down some more, just like so. We kind of like ours to be a little bit high, so we just kind of line it up there at the end of the chair stand. And then what you do at the bottom of the chair, you flip it upside down. There's a hole that you put the other end of the tube into, just like that. And it's ready to go. It's a chair. So then you go ahead and put your figure on there. And these chairs fit regular, medium size, small size figures. For Cobra. It fits scrap iron as well, no problem if you wanted to. Televiper. I kind of stripped this guy down, but I took his vest off. But even the one with the vest on, no problem. It fits on there quite well. Some figures I do not recommend to go on the chair or in the chair. Some of the bigger guys, like Snow Serpent over here, he might be a little too big just because of his apparatus here, and his overall body size may just be a little bit too big. So you may want to stick with the medium size, smaller size figures. Yeah, so his thigh is basically a little bit too big to go into here. So, and he doesn't look good to be in front of a computer anyway. He should be outside in the snow, freaking sniping someone out. So, I don't know. And that is really pretty much it. And then again, if you order 2 or 3 of these guys, you just put them together and put the keyboards right on there along with the chairs. What I have seen a lot in the past is we have 2 computer operators. The 2 table version is very popular last year. And then somehow, for whatever reason, the one for the G.I. Joes, the 3 table version is very popular. So I don't know. That is pretty much it. Yeah, that's all I have for now. Thank you so much for being here. And again, thank you all so much for your continued support. We really appreciate it. We love being a part of this community, and we love to hear back from you. If you guys have any recommendations of what we should be making next, make sure you guys hit us up in the comment or email us info@miniarmsdepot.com. Would love to hear what you guys had to say. So again, that is all we have for now. Thank you so much for being here, and until next time, God bless.